Welcome to the Daily Globe. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon for more breaking updates. For centuries, canals like the Suez and Panama have been the lifeblood of global trade, transforming economies and shifting power. These engineering marvels didn't just connect oceans. They connected continents, cultures, and markets, forever altering the way goods and people moved across the planet. The visionaries who carved these waterways into the earth set the stage for a new era of globalization, where distance shrank and opportunity expanded. Their legacy is still felt today, as the world's busiest shipping lanes pulse with the energy of commerce and cooperation. Today, in late 2025, a new wave of waterway projects is emerging, with China at the center. Across Asia and beyond, ambitious plans are being drawn up and executed at a scale that rivals the great canal projects of the past. China's vision is not just about building infrastructure. It's about shaping the future of global trade, forging new alliances, and asserting its influence on the world stage. These aren't just construction feats, they're reshaping global commerce and influence, promising prosperity, but also raising tough questions. As new routes open, they promise to cut shipping times, lower costs, and unlock economic potential for entire regions. But with these opportunities come challenges. Who will benefit most, and who might be left behind? The answers are as complex as the waterways themselves. In Southeast Asia and Central America, 3 projects stand out: Cambodia's Funan Canal, Thailand's land bridge, each representing a bold attempt to redraw the map of global shipping. These projects are more than lines on a map. They are symbols of national ambition and regional competition, each with the potential to transform local economies and shift the balance of power. And then there's the lingering dream of Nicaragua's Interoceanic Canal, a project that has captured imaginations for generations, promising to rival the Panama Canal and reshape Central America's destiny. Though stalled by political and financial hurdles, the idea remains alive, a testament to the enduring allure of grand infrastructure. Each of these projects could reroute trade, create new economic hubs, and shift regional power. The stakes are enormous. New ports and logistics centers could spring up, cities could boom, and entire industries could be transformed. But with such sweeping change comes uncertainty, as established routes and players are forced to adapt, or risk being left behind. China's Belt and Road Initiative is the common thread, offering funding and expertise to make these projects possible. Through strategic investments and partnerships, China is weaving a network of influence that stretches from Asia to Africa to Latin America, reshaping not just trade routes, but the very fabric of international relations. For developing nations, it's a chance to leap forward. For others, it's a source of concern over debt, influence, and environmental impact. The promise of prosperity is real, but so are the risks: rising debt burdens, questions of sovereignty, and the threat to fragile ecosystems. Local communities and global observers alike are watching closely, weighing the costs and benefits of these transformative projects. We'll explore the history, ambitions, and risks of these transformative projects. By looking at the past and present, we can better understand the forces shaping our future, who stands to gain, who stands to lose, and what's at stake for the world at large. From the Mekong Delta to the Malacca Strait, these new waterways are rewriting the story of global ambition and power. As the world watches, the next chapter in the saga of human ingenuity and competition is being written, one canal, one bridge, and one bold vision at a time. In a bold move to reshape its economic destiny, Cambodia is building the Funan Canal, a massive infrastructure project that promises to transform the nation's connection to the world. This 180-kilometer waterway will link the capital city, Phnom Penh, directly to the Gulf of Thailand, carving a new route through the heart of the country and bypassing traditional barriers to maritime trade. For decades, Cambodia's access to the sea was limited. The nation relied heavily on Vietnamese ports for imports and exports, making trade not only expensive, but also subject to the policies and priorities of its neighbor. The Funan Canal aims to change that reality. By providing a direct shipping route, it will cut transportation costs, speed up delivery times, and allow Cambodian goods to reach global markets more efficiently. The canal is expected to boost exports, attract foreign investment, and create a vibrant new economic corridor along its banks. The $1.7 billion project is a centerpiece of China's Belt and Road Initiative in Southeast Asia, with construction led by the China Communications Construction Company. This partnership brings not only funding and expertise, but also signals Cambodia's growing ties with China. For Cambodia, the canal represents a leap toward economic independence and greater regional influence. For China, it's a strategic foothold in a rapidly developing part of Southeast Asia, strengthening its presence and partnerships in the region. Construction officially began in August 2024, marking the start of a 4-year journey. The ambitious goal is to complete the canal by 2028, with thousands of workers and engineers mobilized to bring this vision to life. Once finished, the canal will be able to accommodate ships weighing up to 3,000 tons, opening up new opportunities for trade, industry, and regional logistics. It's a game-changer for Cambodia's shipping industry. For the people of Cambodia, the Funan-Techo Canal is more than just a waterway. It's a symbol of hope, progress, and a future where the country stands more prosperous and self-reliant on the global stage. The Funan-Techo Canal is transforming Cambodia's landscape, with massive earthworks and new infrastructure underway. The project uses a build-operate-transfer model. China funds and builds, operates for profit, then hands it to Cambodia. This approach gives Cambodia new infrastructure without huge upfront costs. But challenges loom. Up to 120,000 people may be displaced, and resettlement plans remain unclear. The government promises fair compensation, but uncertainty hangs over affected families. Despite hurdles, officials see the canal as key to reaching upper-middle-income status by 2030. The project is a bold bet on economic growth and a closer partnership with China. As construction advances, the canal stands as a symbol of Cambodia's ambition and shifting alliances. While Cambodia celebrates its ambitious new canal project, neighboring Vietnam worries about the potential consequences. The canal will divert water from the Mekong River, a lifeline for Vietnam's fertile delta, which is crucial for the country's rice production. Experts warn that reduced water flow could trigger severe droughts and increase saltwater intrusion, devastating rice production and threatening the livelihoods of local farmers who depend on these fields for their survival. Digging the canal may also disturb acid sulfate soils, which are prevalent in the region. This disturbance could release toxins into the water, harming crops and fisheries, and further exacerbating the environmental crisis. In response, Vietnam has called for joint environmental assessments and greater transparency in the project's planning and execution. The canal not only shifts economic ties from Vietnam to China, potentially altering regional trade dynamics, but also risks sparking a regional environmental crisis that could have far-reaching consequences. The Mekong River Commission has become a forum for tense negotiations, as countries try to balance development with environmental sustainability. How Cambodia responds to these concerns will test regional cooperation and shape future relations among Southeast Asian nations. The stakes are incredibly high. Food security, livelihoods, and the well-being of millions of people are at risk. Ultimately, the future of cross-border trust and cooperation hangs in the balance, as both nations navigate this complex issue. For centuries, Thailand dreamed of a canal across the Kra Isthmus, a shortcut between the Indian and Pacific Oceans. Now, that dream has evolved into a $28 billion land bridge, deep-sea ports on both coasts, linked by highways and railways. Cargo will move overland, bypassing the congested Malacca Strait, saving days of travel. The land bridge could transform Thailand into a logistics powerhouse, rivaling Singapore. China is keenly interested, seeing the route as a way to secure its energy, imports, and trade. The Thai government is courting global investors, but China's Belt and Road Initiative makes it a likely partner. This project could redefine regional trade and the balance of power in Southeast Asia. The Malacca Strait is a vital shipping lane and a strategic choke point. Any alternative like Thailand's land bridge is more than an economic project, it's a geopolitical game-changer. For China, it's a solution to the Malacca dilemma, reducing reliance on a vulnerable route. The US, India, and Singapore all worry about China gaining a foothold in the region. Even without a canal, Chinese-backed ports could shift the strategic balance. Thailand presents the land bridge as open to all, but who controls it will matter to powers from Washington to Beijing. The world is watching to see who shapes this new artery of global trade. In Central America, Nicaragua's dream of a canal rivaling Panama has long captured imaginations. The plan, a massive waterway, deeper and wider than Panama's, connecting the Atlantic and Pacific. Backed by a Chinese tycoon and a $50 billion price tag, the project promised prosperity but faced fierce opposition. Environmentalists warned of devastation to Lake Nicaragua and mass displacement of communities. The canal was also a geopolitical move. Nicaragua switched diplomatic ties from Taiwan to China, hoping for support. A Chinese-backed canal in America's backyard would have challenged U.S. influence and Panama's dominance. But the dream soon collided with harsh realities. Despite bold promises, the Nicaraguan canal stalled almost from the start. The main backer lost his fortune in China's 2015 stock market crash, and funding dried up. Protests by indigenous and farming communities intensified, and a major human rights court ruling blocked the project. In 2024, Nicaragua officially revoked the canal concession, ending a decade of controversy. The project left behind broken promises and deep mistrust. Yet, the ambition lingers. Nicaragua's government and China's strategic interests haven't disappeared. The canal remains a cautionary tale of grand dreams undone by financial and social realities. For now, it's a reminder that not every mega-project can overcome the weight of opposition and risk. As 2025 ends, the world's trade routes are shifting. Cambodia's canal is under construction, Thailand's land bridge is moving forward, and Nicaragua's canal dream lingers. China, through the Belt and Road Initiative, is the driving force, offering opportunity but also raising concerns about debt, environment, and sovereignty. These projects could bypass traditional choke points, challenging the dominance of the US and Singapore. For China, they mean greater security and influence. For others, new risks and uncertainties. The future hinges on whether these waterways deliver prosperity without crisis. The answers will shape global trade, regional stability, and millions of lives. One thing is clear: the world's map is being redrawn, and the channels of power are shifting once again.